back at Wadokai Online. Today I want to explain to you some things about the dynamics of karate kicking techniques. First, you have to ask yourself the following question: which kick or which kicks are the most fundamental within the karate? If you have to pick two techniques, which ones will be the most fundamental? If you would have asked me this question a couple of years ago, I would have probably said, you really should have asked me a couple of years ago, because I really don't know. I only know what my answer is now, and my answer now is Maegiri and Sokuto. And I'll explain to you why, and also I'll explain the dynamics behind this. I started off with my dojo because Ishikawa Sensei, he told me, yeah, you have to start your dojo, so obviously I use this syllabus. And as we use Renra Kwaza, or Renzo Kwaza, some people call it, we have the combination techniques, and for each belt, for each grading, you had different combination techniques. And they were not bad, but as a teacher I always look for the structure. I want to get it step by step by step. So I thought I'm going to revise them a little bit, so I copied probably 70% of all these combinations. But I wanted to add another element, and Sakagami Sensei's syllabus, he uses a lot of body movement, so I tried to incorporate this, and finally this led to the syllabus that we use now in Wadokai Holland. And basically what I noticed about Ishikawa Sensei's syllabus, and this is I think already since the late 60s that he arrived in Europe, is that it always starts with Maegiri and Sokuto as the basic kicking techniques for a yellow belt. So this always left me wondering, because nowadays Mashigiri is obviously a very popular kick, and it's actually also a lot easier than Sokuto. So I always wondered, why is it that a kick that's easier is required for a belt that comes later? To me, that didn't make a lot of sense. Looking back now with the knowledge I have, it does make sense, because Maegiri and Mashigiri are the same kicking dynamic, and Sokuto is a different dynamic. So you might consider that when somebody is going to take his first grading, you want him to display some knowledge of karate, that it's different from when he first walked into the dojo. So he has to show the two basic types of dynamics of karate kicks, because there are only two dynamics. One dynamic is, I think I can call it a hinge motion. So your knee is at the same spot and your leg makes this motion, which is Maegiri, which is also Mashigiri. So they are in the same category. And Sokuto and Ushirogiri, for example, they do this. So that's a different kind of dynamic. So Maegiri, for example, is a hinge motion. You stop the knee and you let your leg extend. Whereas when you take Sokuto, that's a totally different kind of kick. Yeah? So Maegiri, hinge motion. Sokuto, I think you can call it a thrust motion. As you know, English is not my native language, so sometimes I have trouble to explain these kind of things. But I hope to get the message across that Maegiri and Mashigiri, they are both within the same category, because your leg makes this motion. And whether you twist your hip and get into another angle, or both the foot, your leg is still doing the same thing. And this is also when you do things like uramashigiri, maybe even back kick like that, it's all part of the same dynamic. So this is what you have to understand, and therefore Maegiri and Mashigiri, basically they're from the same category, or the same family, how you want to call it. And then Sokuto, Ushirogiri, they are the other type of kicks. So there are two types of kicks that exist in karate, and simply this is related to our mechanics. Right? Okay, thanks for watching and stay tuned.